Hello and welcome to Beauty In, Beauty Out, or BIBO, right here on CAN TV. I'm Tracy S. Campbell, the founder of the BIBO Awards and the BIBO Foundation. And I want to thank you for spending part of your time, your evening, here with us. Now, today we are going to meet someone, a very special lady who just received her honor at our 2017 BIBO Awards, which took place this past Saturday, September the 23rd. And you're going to meet her. But today, not only are we going to talk about her honor, but we're also going to talk about the great organization that she has that helps teens, especially teen moms. So you really want to tune into this. Now, last week we talked in depth about the BIBO Foundation, about what we do through the BIBO Foundation, all of our programs and campaigns and initiatives. I hope you were able to see that broadcast, but if not, you can see it and all of the other episodes that we've brought to you here on CAN TV. CAN TV. It's really, really easy. You can just go to www.thebibofoundation.org/on-air to see previous episodes. You can also go to thebibofoundation.org by itself without the on-air if you want to check out all the various initiatives. Now, if you want to contact us to learn how you can get involved, it's really easy. info@thebibofoundation.org. Tell us all about you and what aspect of the BIBO Foundation you would like to get involved in, and we would love to get you on board. And you can also call us at 1-800-365-3203. Now, as I said, today we have a very, very special guest. She, again, just received her honor this past Saturday at our 2017 BIBO Awards. And we're going to talk about her initiative, which is absolutely incredible. It really is. It's really something that all of us, may affect all of us at some point in our life, or we may know someone who's going through this issue. So it is truly my pleasure to introduce Ms. Lillian Harris. Lillian, great to have you here.
Hi, Tracy. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. And I just saw you in all your glory this past Saturday, right?
Yes, it was a lovely event.
Wonderful. Well, I always start out the show by asking this question. Now, in your case, we're past the award show, so I have to ask you, having gone through the experience, having received your award for what you do, which we're going to talk about in just a few minutes, everyone. What does it mean to you to be a 2017 BIBO Awards honoree?
Well, as I said, it was a really lovely event. It was a great honor to be recognized among such other amazing women. Mm-hmm. I was really appreciative that some of the other honorees mentioned that they were also former teen moms. Mm-hmm. And so I have my own personal saying where I say that just because you became a teen mom at an early age, it doesn't mean that you're doomed to failure.
That's right.
And so those mothers there who were also honorees, mm-hmm. they were definitely examples of that.
Absolutely. Well said, and thank you. And we thank you for all that you do, which is why we recognized you. You do some amazing work. So absolutely, we want to jump right into it. You have an organization, Advocates for Adolescent Mothers.
Yes.
And you started that, and it's been doing some great work in the community, basically supporting and edifying some young women that, this could have been a negative experience, right? This could have turned into a negative. But through Lillian's organization and organizations like hers, we're turning that into more of a positive. Lillian, can you tell us what motivated you to start this organization?
Yes, I am a former teen mom, mm-hmm. who was born and raised in poverty. I'm a Chicago native. Mm-hmm. And I didn't realize that I lived in poverty until I actually accepted the fact that I was pregnant. And I say accepted the fact that mm-hmm. I was pregnant because I was in denial for a very long time. Okay. I was well into my second trimester before I accepted that I was pregnant. Wow. And so with that realization, I started to think about my quality of living, mm-hmm. and the quality of living that I wanted to provide for my child.
Right.
And so it was through that reflection that I realized that I lived in poverty. Mm-hmm. And I knew that I couldn't do anything about the fact that my child was going to be born in poverty, but I didn't want to raise him in poverty. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to do whatever I could to make sure that he wasn't raised in poverty. And so that's when I decided that it would be imperative for me to get my college degree. I am the first person in my family to get a bachelor's degree.
Wonderful.
And I have gone on well beyond that to get 2 master's degrees.
Fabulous.
Since then.
Fantastic.
But as I was pursuing my undergraduate degree, it took me 6 years, and I experienced homelessness multiple times. And with each homeless experience, it was a reminder for me that I needed to start this organization. So I definitely feel like Advocates for Adolescent Mothers is part of my life's purpose.
That is phenomenal, Lillian. I mean, and I appreciate your transparency and sharing that with those, because there could be someone right now watching this program that is going through a similar experience, or they know someone who's going through an experience. So I applaud you for not only sharing that with us, but also that you are determined not to become a statistic.
Exactly.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we still are dealing with a lot of statistics out there, even in this day and age, with young girls that get pregnant. And instead of doing what you did, which was to make up their minds that I have to accept this reality and move past it, they wallow in it and end up in this vicious cycle. That is just fantastic. Now, Lillian, what is it exactly that you do? So you formed this organization, Advocates for Adolescent Mothers.
Yes.
You know firsthand what that's like.
Yes.
What is it that you do specifically, or your program does specifically, to help these teen mothers?
So we have a program called our Educational Empowerment Program, which I am most proud of. It provides financial and socio-emotional support to young mom college students. And so not only do we give them a scholarship for them to graduate college with bachelor's degrees, because what we're doing, like you mentioned, we're working toward empowering them to instead use these statistics that people use to frame their perception of a teen mom in a negative perspective. We're using those as benchmarks for success.
Great.
So research shows that less than 2% of teen moms graduate from college before the age of 30. So that's one of the statistics that we are very purposeful at working toward increasing the number of young moms who graduate college. So the young moms, they receive a scholarship check from us twice per academic year, and then they also participate in workshops throughout the academic year where we work on things such as managing the role of being a mom and a college student, study skills, where they're learning about their child development and parenting skills, relationships, things like that, just so that they can have the support that they need to graduate college.
That is fantastic. And as you know, that type of support isn't readily available in their school. So if they're a teen mom, if they're in high school, chances are they're not going to get that kind of support.
Right.
Yeah. So what you're doing is fantastic, because it supplements what they probably aren't getting in school.
Exactly.
Now, you're preparing them to basically not have any excuse not to go on to receive their higher education. You're giving them or helping them develop the skills and the tools so that they can move forward in that vein. Now, what is the earliest age that a teen can come to you and receive this help? Because as you know, we have teen mothers unfortunately, as young as 13, 14.
Yes.
So what's the earliest that they can come to you, and do you help them at all ages of their teenage years?
So with this program, we work with young moms between the ages of 16 to 24 because they are college students.
Right.
So typically, you wouldn't graduate high school before the age of 16. But we have other programs throughout the year. For instance, we have our Holiday Drive program, which provides, we collect toys and outerwear for homeless young moms and their children at Christmas. Last year, we were the first After School Matters program exclusively for college-bound teen moms. So those were for high school students. And we work with them to teach them about art and using art as a form of advocacy. But for our Educational Empowerment Program, which we operate annually all throughout the year, pretty much ages 16 to 24.
That's great. That is fantastic. So if you out there, you're watching this, and you have someone in your family or someone that you know that's in that age bracket, and she has gotten herself into a situation, there is hope. There is help. She doesn't have to feel abandoned or feel that she can't go forward and that her life is over, because it's far from over, because programs like Lillian's are providing that strong foundation. So I hope you're taking notes. I hope you're paying attention and listening and getting this information, because we want to stop this cycle, right?
Yes. So we have an anti-poverty mission. So sometimes we get people that treat us the same way, with the same stigmatism that they treat the teen moms, because they have a misconception of what our organization stands for. We're not encouraging teen pregnancy, but it happens.
Yeah.
So we are working with these young mothers and their children to help them break the cycle of poverty. So when they get their college education, their children are more likely to graduate college. They are earning upwards of 162% more than the poverty threshold for their family size. Their children are more likely to go through college, and also their children are less likely to become teen parents themselves.
That's right.
So with this, we are breaking the cycle of poverty.
Absolutely, and I applaud you for that, because you're absolutely right. And part of breaking that cycle is education.
Yes.
Yeah, or if not formal education, a trade, something that's going to take them out of their current situation.
Yes.
So that is absolutely wonderful. Now, can you share with us, Lillian, you've already shared with us what the program is and what you do, which is fantastic. Can you share with us maybe some case studies or some examples of young women, and you don't have to reveal their names or anything like that, but can you share with us maybe an impact that your program has had directly on some of the young ladies that you serve?
Well, I say that the young moms in our program are all success stories in their own right. Again, looking at statistics, and so I work with them, and they're coming into our program. I let them know these are the statistics about teen pregnancy. These are the statistics about teen moms. These are the statistics about the children of teen moms.
Right.
So again, this is what people are thinking of you when they see you. So what are you going to do about this? How are you going to turn this around? And so one of the statistics is that only 67% of teen moms graduate high school after becoming pregnant. And so that right there, because these young moms have already graduated high school and they are college students, they have already defied that odd against them.
That's right.
And so more specifically, we have had 3 young moms that we have empowered to graduate from college with bachelor's degrees.
Wonderful.
In our program, they have to maintain a GPA of 2.0 or greater. They have delayed subsequent pregnancy. All of them are gainfully full-time employed.
Absolutely great.
And they all graduated from great schools. Our first young mom, she came to our program at the age of 17. She was a student at the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign. And I have always remained impressed with her, because as I said, it's not just us giving you this money. You have to participate in these workshops. They actually don't get the money until the end of each workshop.
And that's probably smart. That's probably smart. Yes.
We've learned a lot along the way. And so she traveled here on the bus or by train from Urbana-Champaign for each workshop. So I have always been amazed at her progress. And then we also have a young mom who graduated from DePaul University with her bachelor's degree, and another young mom from Roosevelt University. And we have a new set of young moms that we're working with now who are all college freshmen and one sophomore.
Fantastic. Well, I tell you, I cannot be any more impressed by you, Lillian, really. I mean, what you're doing is just fantastic. And I just think back to some of the women that we've met along the way prior to knowing you. And, you know, we had to refer them elsewhere. We had to, you know, to help them move on and get mentors and refer them elsewhere. But now that we know you, absolutely, if we run into a situation where we encounter a young woman who has a ton of promise, her future truly is bright, but she feels that because of her mistake, if you will, that she's hit a roadblock, and that's not true.
Right.
And so I just applaud the work that you're doing and your team is doing to give these young ladies another chance. I think it's fabulous, absolutely fantastic.
Thank you.
Can you quickly tell us about maybe any new initiatives or programs or any additional outreach that you're doing through your organization?
So we also conduct a longitudinal study about homelessness among young moms in Chicago. I'm very big on research, and hopefully research should result in like greater public funding for programs such as mine. And so as a graduate student, I saw that there was very limited research about homelessness and the issues that young moms face. So I wanted to do something about that. I actually am the principal investigator of a University of Chicago Institutional Review Board approved study about homelessness among young moms, and hopefully I can get that published in an academic journal sometime.
We hope so. We hope so. Well, I hope that someone from the university is watching this because what you're doing is fantastic, and it's definitely needed if we're going to deal with the statistics. And hopefully programs like yours, initiatives like yours will lower those statistics, but we have to get behind it and we have to support it. So again, everyone that's watching, I really hope that you're digesting this information and really listening to what Lillian is saying here about our teen moms, because they are our future. Yes. And we want to support them and we want to give them all the tools and resources that we can. So Lillian, I cannot thank you enough for being here today and sharing this and sharing what you're doing. And once again, congratulations.
Thank you.
On your honor Saturday. It was so great seeing you up there on stage.
Thank you.
Very well deserved. Before we let you go, is there anything that you want to leave those who are watching with today about teen moms, about teen pregnancy, about the stigmas? Anything you can quickly say that you want to leave them with?
Again, that young moms are not doomed to failure because they had a child at an early age. I am a perfect example of that, and I'm well qualified to raise a nation of other young moms who will break the cycle of poverty and defy the odds against them. And follow us on Instagram, Facebook.
Well, we will definitely make sure that they come to us, and we will definitely make sure that everyone out there, if you want to learn more about Lillian, and obviously the work she's doing is fabulous, right? It's fantastic, and it's needed for our teen moms. So if you want to find out more, we're going to have all that information on our website to make sure that you get moved into the right direction if this is of interest to you. Thank you so much, Lillian. I cannot thank you enough. And speaking of information of how to find out more about Lillian and all her programs and initiatives, it's really easy. You can go to thebibofoundation.org/on-air. You can go there and we're going to post all that information. And you can also email us, of course, at info@thebibofoundation.org. And it looks like we have a caller. Caller, go right ahead.
Hi. I'm calling because I just wanted to leave a comment that I think that this is such a great show, and it's bringing awareness to an issue that plagues teen moms, because they often feel like they don't have any help. And so I thank you for bringing light to the situation and resources for them to obtain some help. Thank you, and thank you, BIBO.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Thank you for the support, and I definitely want to give thanks to Lillian, because this is her program, this is her initiative that is truly helping our teen single moms. We want to give them all the support and help that we can. And once again, I'm going to throw up that contact card for you. That is www.thebibofoundation.org. We're going to make sure we post the information that we've discussed today. And we're also encouraging you to stay in contact with us. If you want to find out more about today's subject or anything we've discussed over the last few weeks, you can email us at info@thebibofoundation.org. And you can always call us at 1-800-365-3203. Now, again, we just came off of a fantastic celebration of our 5th year of the BIBO Awards. And before I go, I definitely want to share some pictures from the event. And I also want to announce that we are going to be airing the BIBO Awards on CAN TV. I just found out that we're going to be airing it on Channel 19 on October the 17th. Now, I understand that there will be multiple air dates for the BIBO Awards, but the very first one is October 17th on Channel 19 here on CAN TV, and I cannot thank CAN TV enough for the support of the BIBO Foundation and the BIBO Awards. It's really been just fantastic. So I definitely want to share some pictures that we have from the event with you right now. So I'm going to switch over here to my laptop here. We're going to try and expand that a little bit. See if we can expand it a little bit. There we go. So these two lovely ladies both received awards this past Saturday. There is Ms. Elaine Sillett right there with the beautiful necklace on and lace top on her dress, 82 years young. She received our Legacy of Beauty Award. And next to her in the other beautiful purple dress there is Star Cunningham. She is she's a technology business owner. Just incredible. Oh, it looks like we have a caller. Caller, go right ahead.
Hi, I just wanted to call to make a comment. I was looking at some pictures from the BIBO Awards,
Yes.
and I noticed that the actual physical awards were really nice. So I just wanted to compliment you on there. They looked really, really nice.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Thank you so much. And thank you for the support. We really appreciate it. Awesome. So, and yes, they are fantastic, and it was just a great time. But once again, we have here pictured Elaine Sillett, our Legacy of Beauty recipient, 82 years young. If you can believe that, an entrepreneur just has just supported so many causes through her lifetime. Just an amazing woman. And Star Cunningham right there next to her, looking lovely in her purple. And again, she is a technology business owner. There's not too many women who are heads of technology firms, and especially minority women. So we are so proud of these two ladies. And speaking of those beautiful physical awards that our caller just called about, there they are. These lovely ladies were all Reflection Award recipients. Let's see, we have in the black there, we have Beatrice Davis, and actually she received an award that's near and dear to me, the Founders Award. I got an opportunity to celebrate those on my team. Bea has been with us since the beginning, 5 years. So there she is. Next to her is Regina Brent, looking lovely in her beautiful tan gown there. She was our community change agent. Okay, she created Unity Partnership, which helps to bridge the gap between our law enforcement and our youth, trying to forge a positive relationship between the two. Phenomenal. There in the cream is Kiki Chorus. She is an advocate against Alzheimer's. She lost her grandmother to Alzheimer's, and she has been working tirelessly since to help bring more research to women who suffer from Alzheimer's. And next to her is Lara Cantani. She is one of our starlets. She received the Reflection Award trophy. Starlets are 25 years old and under who are already showing great promise in the community. Now I'm going to go through these really, really quickly for sake of time. There is Colonel Jill Morgenthaler, our 2014 award recipient for her outstanding service in the military. She came back to support us and to help us introduce Women in Service, which is a brand new award category that we're going to be launching in 2018. We absolutely love Colonel Jill Morgenthaler. She was the first woman that served in Homeland Security in the state of Illinois. Just absolutely impressive. Well, there's me right there in the middle, grinning with Roz Varon. She's a media personality here locally. And again, Regina Brent. And that should be a very familiar face, Miss Lillian Harris, holding her beautiful Reflection Award trophy for for education and social advocacy, standing next to Natalie Martinez, another known local personality. And these two lovely ladies, that is Amber Stocks there in the pink. She is the general manager and head coach of the Chicago Sky. Next to her is Linda Badejo. I love that, Badejo. She is from Nigeria. She is a UN ambassador, and she is also one of our collaborators. These just lovely ladies here, they just absolutely were wonderful. Native Indian Dance opened the show. There they are again. And there we have our BIBO Man of the Year award, Mr. William Natale, next to Nellie Rowland. So I tell you, I could go on and on, everyone, but we are out of time. So I'm going to have to wrap it up. But I just want to thank you all for your support that you've given us over the last several weeks. We truly appreciate it. And once again, really quickly, please go to www.thebibofoundation.org. info@thebibofoundation.org, or call us at 1-800-365-3203. I wanted to get that in there one last time. Everyone, thank you so much for all your support. We truly, truly appreciate it. Thank you. And we hope that you have a great rest of your evening. Take care.